Hello. 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 It is I, Jasper, welcoming you back to the Resolute program here on the YouTubes. It is day 3 today. Don't worry if you've missed the other 2, but do go back and check them out. They were corkers. We are looking at a full body pull session today, which basically means we're working all the muscles on the back of the body. We got some calf action, some hamstrings, some glutes, a couple of moves to the back, and biceps on the front, a little bit of core action. We're going to be finishing today as well with our Flexy Finisher, which is going to be looking at our shoulder range of movement, okay? We're being nice and ambitious here on YouTube, but what are we if not ambitious here in this amazing community? Guys, some logistics here. Everything else I'll be explaining as we go. I'm going to be coaching you through the session, whether you like it or not, just making sure your form's all good and we know what we're doing with the each movement. We've got a couple of sets for each exercise, really nice sweet spot. I want you to work as hard as you feel confident in doing so and that your just current work capacities allow you to. We've got some nice rest periods in there, 30 seconds between movements, longer rest periods between blocks of work. In terms of the equipment you're going to see me using today, I'll largely be flip-flopping between, well, I'm going to say 3 sets of dumbbells. Don't worry if you don't have quite that level of access. Just do your best with the weights that you have. Muddle through, do a bit of trial and error, and you will find your way in no time at all. I'm going to be using 20 kilos for some heavier stuff, 12.5s for the middle things, and then these really nice light things, 5 kilos for some particular movements that we have where you're going to want something nice and light. Again, things like that can be subbed out for things around the house, even books or cans of beans or something. So do your best to improvise. I'm also going to be using a piece of furniture here, a sofa, but the move that I'm doing that with can be done on the floor. I will talk you through that as we go. And I'm also going to use a yoga block, but again, you don't need that. That can be swapped out for a book, any sort of step or elevation. I'm just using that for some calf raises. Anything here can be subbed and adapted to your level. Outside of that, let's just have a jolly good time. Take your time, get the most out of these movements, slow things down, practice them without weight if you are new to this style of training, but I know you're gonna love this. We're gonna be all done and dusted in around 35 minutes from now. So without further ado, let us dive in to our warm-up. Okie croaky, we're going to be kicking things off with a single leg glute bridge. Now pay attention to how this is feeling in the body, because maybe this is the one that you're going to be using for our single leg hip thrust today if you don't have access to a sofa or a piece of furniture to elevate your body. So we're on the floor, driving through a heel on the working leg, upper back stays on the floor. Just get a nice squeeze in the butt cheek and control yourself down. You can do what you want with this leg. I like to lazy boy it and pop it on top of the other one so I don't have to think about it. Common things that go wrong with hip thrust, glute bridge and stuff is overarching the lower back and not really feeling the butt.
Halfway there.
Thank you. Simple way to combat that is don't press through the back, press through the heel of the foot and make sure you are tucking your pelvis under. When I say tucking, it's like you're scooping into the ceiling.
Seconds.
Taking a second to squeeze the bum. So it's not about getting as high as possible because that will often make you arch your back too much.
Rest.
Okay. Oh, buddy. All right, switching legs. Okay.
Round 2.
It's very stormy here in England. Apparently, some of the biggest storms we've had in like over 10 years.
Halfway there.
So if you either hear excessive wind or the light goes funny because there's so many clouds, please bear with me. Hopefully you can still see and hear me
10 seconds.
enough to get an amazing session in.
Rest.
Okay. We're now going to be practicing our Jefferson Curl. Now, Jefferson Curls focus on strengthening spinal flexion, so we do want to curl our back over whilst keeping the leg straight. We're going to be doing this move later on in the workout. So for now, let's practice. Feet together under the hips, squeeze your legs tight, chin to chest, shoulders round, and then I'm thinking about one chunk of my spine at a time. One vertebrae is curling down towards the floor. Go as far as you can. Most of us are going to feel the hamstrings get really tight. Little hold in the bottom. If you can get to the floor, cool, but don't worry. If you can't, These kind of movements over time can really help to
Halfway there.
open up that posterior flexibility and mobility and have you feeling nice and supple. If you're new to training spinal flexion like this, then when it comes to loading it today, just take your jolly good time. You can either go unweighted like we're doing now or go very light. Okay.
Rest.
Another move we're going to be doing today is a trap 3 raise. Little small tissues in that upper back there that often get neglected. We're just going to practice that now with both arms. Later on we'll be doing it with one arm. So we're going to be in this bent over position, butt back chest tool, fists and thumbs open out in this sort of Y shape. So thumbs poking into the ceiling and then control down. You'll feel things get really nice and stiff at the top there. Try to keep your arms straight and control it down. Like I said, when we do this later on, we're going to be using very light weights and we're going to do one arm at a time so you can really focus on that.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
And now finally, I just want to warm up elbows, arms, forearms with a crush grip curl. So I'm just going to take a medium weight, my 12.5. I'm going to hold it at the heads of the dumbbell here. You can do anything similar that allows you to do that. And nice and strict, we're just going to come up and down. Get some blood pumping to these armsies before we jump into our bent over rows.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Lovely. We're going to be kicking off our session with a dual bent over row, okay? So we're going moderate to heavy in a bent over position like so, nice flat back, butt back, chest up. We're going to be holding 2 dumbbells,
Rest.
keeping the palms facing into the center of the body. Squeeze them up, so pulling your shoulders back and down, following through with the elbow, sort of finishing in this kind of position. And you should feel those big meat sheets on your back light up. I'm going to kick things off with something medium light here with the 12s and probably go heavier on that last set. Alrighty, that's our first move. Let's get these dumbbells up. So do that sort of deadlift start, butt back until we're facing the floor. Let the dumbbells stretch your back and then squeeze it to the top. Control the descent on down, little pause, rock and roll.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Okay. Next up, this is where I'm going to be coming to my sofa here. Anything will do that is a couple of feet off the ground, even a foot, to support the upper back. We're going to be doing a single leg hip thrust. If it's just you in an empty room and your mat, do what we did on the floor, but you might want to pop a dumbbell on the hip. I'm going to go body weight here first of all, and then we'll see how we get on. I always find these really tough. I'm going to lazy boy that top leg again, have my arms somewhere around on the sofa, and we're going to drive through that heel, get a bit of a squeeze at the top, and come on down. So this elevation just makes it harder. More range of movement. Oh, my sofa's already slipped. That's good.
Halfway there. 10 seconds. Rest.
And we're going to change legs. Okay. Oh, come on. There we go. Get myself on over. Good times. Alrighty, let's make it happen.
Round 3. Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Oh, excellent. We're now going to come into our straight leg calf variation. So if you were with me last week, we did the bent leg calf, which works the soleus, that deeper tissue. Now we're going to come into the gastrocnemius, which is worked when we do a straight leg. I'm going to be using my yoga block here in the donkey calf raise. I'm using the yoga block to elevate the front of my foot so I can get a slightly better stretch, like so. And then I'm going to rest on my sofa. Okay.
Round 4.
And we're just going to press on up and down. Think about sticking your ass out or your butt. And you'll find a better stretch through the back.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Lovely. Okay. I'm going to grab something heavier for our second round here. Hopefully you got some data in that first round. You know which weights work, which doesn't, how you might have to modify your setup. Do not worry. Do not get put off. You're doing your very best. You're here with me, and that counts for a lot.
Round 5.
Okay, last one. Let's work hard.
Halfway there.
Oh, it's getting tough.
Rest.
Oh, and rest I shall, my friend, rest I shall. See if I open this, will the house explode? Bit of a breeze, that's nice. Back on those hip thrusts. Oh! Oh, that's nice, that's a good breeze.
Round 6. Halfway there.
Oh, come on.
Rest.
Oh, lovely. Those are super humbling. If you're doing the shoulders elevated, definitely really, really tough. But don't be afraid to add weight. We will be progressing with these as the weeks go on. So if you find that too easy by the end, add some weight. But you're a rare individual if that is the case. Ah.
Round 7.
Okay.
Halfway there.
Huh.
10 seconds. Rest.
Oh, lovely. Last of the calves here. Appreciate that last calf variation. Might have stumped you. Okay, so do your best. Again, I imagine we've all got access to a wall. If you don't have a sofa, use the wall to support your hands against for that donkey variation. And if you don't have anywhere to elevate your toes, that's okay. You can still give this a good old go. He says, being late. Oh yeah.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Oh, and a minute 30 rest we have, I believe. Lovely stuff. What's happening next? Next we have trap 3 raise. I'm going to encourage you to use a bit of furniture. I think I'm going to use the wall here just to brace the body so you don't have to worry so much about like holding that bent over row position. Oopsie.
Rest.
We're going to get the lightest thing that we can because this will feel really tough. You're going to go and try and go as straight arm as you can and think about coming out slightly to that shape. Not directly overhead, kind of that slight Y angle. And we're just going to go nice and controlled, side to side, as high as you can, controlling it down. Okay. Keep that chest down. Any of this angle is fine.
Let's go.
And let's go.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
That's enough for me, I'm sorry, but it's enough.
Rest.
Oh, buddy. Oh, I don't want these anymore, do I? Switcheroo to the other side, then we've got our Romanian deadlift variation for the hams and the glutes. And that's it, just these 2 moves.
Round 2. 10 seconds.
God, it really is tough.
Rest.
Now, hip hinging movement. All right, think about your typical deadlift or remaining deadlift position there. We're going to be doing an alternating B stance deadlift. I'm going to call this a hamstring march, where we've got a working leg forward, the other leg on the toes is just for balance. Drive the butt back, find that hamstring stretch with the long back, stand tall, alternate side to side. Go light to moderate here. You can always go nice and heavy on the last one if you like.
Round 3.
So, big tall chest, reach the bum back, soft bend in the front knee, big stretch, stand tall, alternate. Go at your own pace here. Big, strong muscles, but obviously can take time to learn the positions, get aware of where you are in space. Take your time.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Lovely. Back so soon with the trap 3 raise. You, like me, may have realized, God, that's a lot harder than it looks. If you have to adjust your weights, do it now. But this is it, last set. And of course, like I did a little bit there, if you have to stop before that very arbitrary 45-second window is done, then that's your truth. You got to live it. All right.
Round 4. Halfway there.
Keep going, come on.
10 seconds.
I can do this to the very end.
Rest.
Now, one thing I will say, we've done the bent over row. We're doing the RDL paired with this one, which is also in a bent over position, even though we're stabilized, hopefully, on some furniture or the wall. Your back, it's gonna be working hard. Provided it's not a sharp pain or a pinching pain, in which case you should stop or change positions. There's muscles in there doing their job to keep your back nice and straight. So don't get nervous if you feel your back, like any other muscle working. Just pay attention to the sensation. All right, last one, gang.
Round 5. Halfway there. 10 seconds. Rest.
Oh, actually really rather glad that that's over. Oh, good stuff. Okay, I'm gonna stick this weight, but if yours felt pretty chill, because like I said, they're big, strong muscles, go heavier for this last set of hamstring march. I've had a long day in the gym, and so I'm taking this somewhat steadier. Just good to move late in the day.
Last round.
Okay. Excuse me.
Halfway there. 10 seconds. Rest.
Oh, and rest we shall, rest we shall. One more block of movements to finish up here before we do our shoulder end range mobility training at the end there. First one's going to be that Jefferson curl. Now, like I said, because we're dealing in positions that you probably haven't loaded, spinal flexion, it's a really good thing to strengthen. But I always encourage people to start light and build confidence through the spinal segmentation that we're trying to do. If you're already really flexible and your hands are touching the floor with a straight leg, very important, you could hold it in a Zercher grip, just basically here in the elbows, so that the dumbbell doesn't touch the floor. Otherwise, go body weight or 2 light dumbbells in the front of the body. Like I said, I'm going to go Zercher here.
Let's go.
Okay. And we're going to go chin to chest, shoulders round, keep the legs squeezed below. Really slow, controlled movements. Reach into that big stretch at the bottom and then roll up from the lower back into the top. Nice and slow.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Okay.
Rest.
Just 3 reps for me, I guess. Next up, we're going to come into, listen, if this is too tough, the Seiza, you know I love this for doing some isolation work because you sneak in some lower body flexibility. Just come standing or tool kneeling. That's not the objective here. We are doing reverse curls. So you're going to see me, I'm going to pull my shoulders externally out. Palms are facing away from me instead of in like a conventional curl. Reverse curls, go light, go light.
Round 2.
So we're in this funny position here, palms are away from us, control down slowly. It won't be as strong as your usual bicep curl.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Oh, that was tough.
Rest.
Third and finally, before we start again, we're going to be in a forearm plank. Whilst we're doing that with pelvis tucked under, butt squeezed, and ribs down, so we've got that nice core brace, 360. We're going to be doing shoulder protraction and retraction. So pressing into the ground to pull your shoulders, blades to the side of the body, and then squeeze them back together, all while keeping your core straight. If that's a bit too much for the head, just go regular forearm plank.
Round 3.
So let's set our brace, butt squeeze, and then I'm going to squeeze my shoulders together to pull me down into retraction, and then press in for retraction. Protraction, sorry. Try not to lose your core position whilst you're doing this with the shoulders.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Oh, really nice there for scapular mobility strength. Boo! Back from the top of the Jefferson's curls. God, it was light when I started this session, I swear to God, and now it's looking into a very moody evening. If you need to adjust your weights with a Jeff, please do that now. And this is it, last one round. I'm feeling good, I hope you are too. Okay.
Round 4.
Slow.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
I'm going to squeeze in another past the clock.
Rest.
Okay. Coming into those curls for the last time. Again, choose a base that works for you so that you can focus on the curling movement. Sweaty. Okay.
Round 5. Halfway there.
Oh, I'd really love some 10s right about now.
10 seconds. Rest.
Okay, look at that. Last coming into the plank now. All right, let's get that tailbone tucked.
Last round.
Nice brace, and we're on. Retract. Protract.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Oh, lovely. Let's take a little moment just to bask in our glory here. You might not have felt like doing today's session, but you did it because you're here hearing me and all my terrible humor. Listen, we have got a shoulder internal, external rotation finisher today. Like I said, ambitious for a YouTube follow-along series. More or less guarantee you won't find this in anyone else's workouts.
Well done.
But this is often the work that people ignore. And it's the sort of thing, if you neglect that over a long period of time, you might hurt yourself in the gym, out the gym, simply because we're not exploring ranges of movement that otherwise don't get explored with a lot of conventional exercise. So, you're going to join me with the following setup. We're going to do this once through on each side of the shoulder in a few varying positions. I want you to get your biggest dumbbell, but we're using it as an immovable object. You will not have to lift it. In fact, I don't really want you to be able to lift it. If you don't possess such a thing, I simply want you to, well, I'm going to show you. We're going to be prone here, so make sure you're nice and comfy, okay? There's not going to be a clock, it's just going to be me talking you through this. Now you see here, I'm going to hold onto my dumbbell, and I'm going to try and lift it off like I'm going this way, all right? But I don't want to be able to lift it. I can't lift this 20 kilo in this position. So make sure you can do that. If you don't have a dumbbell heavy enough where you can't, even if you really try, you can't lift, you can actually just use your hand. All right, block your hand on the floor here and keep it crushed down whilst you're trying to do that with it. Isometric means you're not going anywhere, okay? Here's the plan. We're gonna do 10 seconds of maximum effort trying to lift externally. Take a little breather, and we're gonna repeat that twice through. So 3 sets of 10 seconds. We're then gonna go with external rotation lift-offs. So that's where I'm gonna let myself lift as hard as I can. 10 seconds, rinse, repeat, and then we're going to go with an internal rotation isometric, so pressing down. I'll explain those as we go. For now, let's get started. Hopefully you're more or less in a similar position to me now. Get relatively comfortable. We want that arm 90 degrees to the body. All right, I've got a grip on the dumbbell, and we're going to be ready to begin our first contraction. 3, 2, 1. Try and lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, relax. That might have felt weird. As long as it didn't hurt, it should be tough. Let's go for number 2. 3, 2, 1. Maximum effort, maximum effort, maximum effort. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good God. Lovely. Come up to that last one here. 3, 2, 1. Maximum effort. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah. Good. Now what we're going to do, what I tend to find useful is actually if you just orientate your fist this away so it's thumbs up for our lift-offs. It's probably just going to put you in a slightly better position not to use your wrist like that, but instead we're going to go this way. So now we're just going to imagine pressing that thumb into the ceiling. Thumbs up is a fine thing to do if it helps you visualize for the same cadence. All right, so let's get started there. 3, 2, 1, and up. 10, as hard as you can. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow. So hopefully you're feeling some sensation somewhere in the shoulder. All right, again, we're training the joint capsule here, so it's not your typical shoulder burn that you might be used to from muscle stuff. And again, 3, 2, 1, up. 10, 9, as hard as you can. 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 to go, gang. 1 to go. 3, 2, 1, and up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Great. Now we've got to look at, oh God. I'm just shuffling across to put my fist on the head of the dumbbell, all right? You want it to feel like it's it's just about high enough you can maybe lift it off. It doesn't have to be an exact science, but anything around there will do, okay? Now what we're going to do is crush down. So we're contracting the internal rotators as hard as we can. So again, hopefully you're in that position with me, using any object you need to, under the hand this time, under the hand, to crush into the floor. 3, 2, 1, crush down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. It helps to start by unshrugging your shoulders. So if you feel like your shoulder is up towards the ear, just pull it down slightly before you begin your contraction. 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think we've got 1 to go. Last one on this side. 3, 2, 1. Crush down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, jolly good. Now, unsurprisingly, we are going to do the other side. Okay. So get yourself in a position, same setup you had, or if you have to tweak it a little bit, please do so. I'm going to hold that dumbbell right, try and lift it off the ground. Give you a moment to join me there. I'm going to be starting. 5 seconds. Okay. So just remind external rotation lift-offs, trying to lift up, but not going anywhere. 3, 2, 1, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Okay, number 2, remember to unshrug that shoulder. And 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Last one in this position. All right, unshrug, and 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now go fist and thumb on top of the object or wherever your setup is. Unshrug the shoulder and think thumb behind you. 10, as hard as you can. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Number 2 in 3, 2, 1, and up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 to go. Coming in. 3, 2, 1. Up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. About to finish up with those internal rotation isometrics. So again, hand just about your end range of external rotation, so I can't really lift up much more than that. Ready to crush down into the floor in 3, 2, 1. Crush! 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. 3, 2, 1, and crush down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Last set of the day in 3, 2, 1. Crush. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Some of the hardest sets we've done today, I would say, and we weren't even moving anywhere. As ever, my friend, if you made it this far, you're one of the real ones, and I appreciate you. I love every comment I wake up to in the morning. I really appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for being here. I hope you feel better for it. And you keep coming and you let me know anything you want to see. You let me know any of your questions you have around training, nutrition, the health and fitness domain. I've been thinking recently I'd love to expand the channel and do some talking head stuff, right? Covering some of the most common fitness questions I get in and out of the gym. But in the meantime, have a great time. And I'll see you in our next workout for full body push. Ciao, bellas.